You're inches away from the finish line. The promotion is yours to lose. The project is ready for the world. The relationship is finally deepening. And then, without warning, you slam on the brakes. You procrastinate. You ghost. You pull the plug. We often reach for labels like imposter syndrome or a simple fear of failure to explain these moments. These terms offer a familiar way to categorize the anxiety of falling short. Underneath those excuses, the subconscious is operating with chilling precision. It orchestrates failure as a proactive defense mechanism. This pattern functions as a survival program. It treats the prospect of high-level success as a biological threat, triggering a retreat to the safety of the known. In the 1970s, psychologist Abraham Maslow gave this specific form of self-evasion a name. He called it the Jonah Complex. Maslow drew from the biblical story of Jonah, a prophet who fled his destiny and ended up in the belly of a whale. Jonah wasn't running from failure. He was running from a mission he felt was too great to bear. The Jonah Complex describes a biological terror of realizing our highest possibilities. It suggests that humans are deeply afraid of the godlike potential they glimpse in their most perfect moments. This means your procrastination is an escape tactic. You are fleeing the isolating weight and the immense responsibility that comes with being exceptional. This fear is often triggered by what Maslow called peak experiences, moments where you feel a sense of cosmic unity or extreme achievement. Achieving your ultimate potential requires the destruction of your current, mediocre identity. To your nervous system, this identity shift looks like a biological alarm system. The ego perceives this rapid growth as a form of mental disintegration. Reaching that pinnacle represents a total loss of control over the self you have spent years building. Stagnation feels biologically secure. The brain prioritizes the stability of a familiar life over the perceived chaos of becoming something great. Beyond the ego, there is an evolutionary component at play. Anthropologists call it leveling, and in our modern lives, it creates a trade-off mindset. In ancestral environments, standing out made an individual a target. High achievers were often subjected to reverse dominance hierarchies, strategies used to ensure no one person became too powerful or isolated from the group. That ancient fear survives as a worry that upward mobility will sever your connection to your community. Success begins to look like a betrayal of your family or your past. We see this in the expectancy-value formula for success avoidance. As the negative incentive grows, representing the fear of social rejection or loss of identity, the drive to achieve is completely overwhelmed. The brain derails your progress because its internal math is clear. Achieving greatness is too socially expensive. The final trigger is the hubris protocol, the internalized guilt we feel when we stop being humble. Many high achievers proactively shrink themselves. They adopt a mock humility to avoid the envy of peers, ensuring they never appear too arrogant or grandiose. Maslow noted when we glimpse our highest possibilities, we shiver with weakness and awe. We are terrified by the godlike potential we see in ourselves. We use humility as a weapon against our own potential. By staying small, we keep the collective comfortable. Clinical research suggests that we can disable this self-destruct sequence using specific cognitive behavioral protocols. This requires a psychological autopsy. You have to identify the specific early environment or authority figure that taught you that standing out was a dangerous mistake. Through graduated exposure, you can retrain the nervous system. By taking small, incremental steps towards visibility, you prove to your biology that actualization does not lead to a lethal outcome. Overriding the Jonah Complex is a systematic process. It is about proving that the brain's internal threat data is no longer relevant to your current life. Psychotherapist Otto Rank suggested that humanity is caught between two fears, the fear of death and the fear of life. Hiding your potential to fit in is a surrender to the fear of life. It ensures the safety of the group, but it results in the slow stagnation of the true self. The alarm bells ringing as you approach success are false positives. They are evolutionary echoes designed for a world you no longer inhabit. Choosing safety prioritizes the comfort of the crowd over the development of the individual. In the end, the person who decides if that potential remains buried is you.